colours in the tail. That's incredible. Got it. Whoa, did you see that take? Did you see that take? That's not a bad fish, that. That's not a bad fish at all. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Adventure Fishing UK. I am at a fishing complex today. This is a carp fishery over summer, but they do allow pike fishing over winter. So we've got 3 lakes here, great chance at some pike and a good chance at some big ones. But the interesting thing today is I'm going to be using quite a ridiculous lure. So I'm going to be using 2. So the first one I'm going to be using, you've all seen this a million times before if you've seen this channel, and that is the Mirror Carp Pattern X-Wrap Pito from Rapala. This is an unbelievable lure for fishing carp, lakes, for pike. They absolutely nail it, so I'm fairly sure we're going to be able to catch some fish on that. And the other lure I'm hoping to use is a mermaid custom lure from Jerkin Jack's Predator Lures, and my girlfriend is not going to be happy at all when she finds out I've actually used this for a video. And this is a mermaid jig fly. And as you can see, it is topless. Look at that for a thing. It did used to have a weight on top, but it doesn't anymore. It's got a long tail on it, and then it's got a treble hook just tucked underneath behind it. So yeah, this is clearly trying to imitate a mermaid. I'm not sure a mermaid forms part of a pike's regular diet. However, you can catch them on mackerel on dead baits, can't you? And they are freshwater fish, so by that logic, we should be all right. So I'll start with this. Have a little play around with it, pop the pito on, hopefully nail some big fish, then return to this at the end. Right, it's time to see what she looks like when she's wet. Just get a bit of water over that. So there you go. Have a look at those colours in the water as it goes past. That's so cool the way that just flashes in the light. Now this lure is quite slow sinking, and that's not necessarily a problem at this time of year. It would be better for me to use something I could retrieve a bit faster. I'm sure given the right opportunity, a pike's gonna take this. I almost can't believe how good she looks coming through the water. But look how elegant that looks. Looks incredible. I think Jerkin Jack's Predator Lures, where I bought it, has done a really good job of actually making this mermaid as mermaid-esque as physically possible. Gonna drop into my lucky peg on this place for a reason. I've had a fair few doubles off this little bit, and well, I'm not expecting great things with this mermaid lure on. Never hurts to dream, does it? Oh, I've got a bite. I had a bite then. Oh, that fish is looking at it. Go on, go for it again. Come on. I had a proper bite. It just missed the hook. It's looking at it still. Come on, come on. It's still looking at it. Well, that fish had a full-on mouthful of a mermaid's tail there. That was incredible. I didn't expect to be having a bite so soon. It's just a shame we couldn't hook up. I'm just going to give this 5 more minutes, I think, swap to the pito just because I really want to nail a few fish. Then we'll put this on after. And to be honest, I've definitely found the last hour fishing window at this particular venue is often when the biggest fish show up. So with a bit of luck, we'll come across a fish big enough to get its mouth right round that mermaid, and we'll get it in. First cast of this mirror carp. Come on to the tried and tested for a bit. I've got a lot of faith in this lure. Fish on, yes! Doesn't feel like a massive fish, but it hit from quite far out. It's just so good to be getting another one, or getting a bite anyway. Say another one, I was here fairly recently. Just a jack. Let's get him in the net. Ooh, there we go. Come on. Just a little on this one, so I don't think we'll bother holding him up to camera. Just giving this fish a little rest, and then we'll get him out and show you. Just a little fish, this one. Not going to get it up to camera. Bit of a tricky unhook, but got it done. And he's off. Well, that wasn't quite the monster we're after today. However, it's excellent to get a fish. Only 10 minutes after putting this lure on. Can't sing its praises highly enough, to be honest. Come on now, let's see if we can't just find something a bit bigger. I'll say a bit bigger. 4 or 5 times the size would be nice. Got it. Whoa, did you see that take? Did you see that take right at the side? Oh, I'm not sure you will have done, but I definitely did. Not a big fish again, not much bigger than the last, but class. And we got it. Fish number 2, still not a big fish by anybody's standards, but it's another fish on the bank. That was such a cool take. Just gonna get this fish rested and then get it back off. Look at the colours on that. Just a very quick note on fish care, because I am fishing somewhere with gravelly floors at times. I've got a big unhooking mat and there's big fish in here, and this is an anti-roll unhooking mat with padded sides too, and I've got a big Savage gear net just to make sure if I do catch a big one that it's well and truly going to be protected. I don't know if you can see that, but I've just really quickly walked up to the swim and seen a pike just sat in the margins. Gonna ever so slowly back off and try to get this lure in front of it. Surprised I didn't spook that off then. Oh, I can't believe that. How can we catch it? That's the question. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Oh no, my line's wrapped around my lure. Why does it always have to happen at the worst possible time? It's seen it. It's got it. It's got it. It's got it, even though the line is wrapped around. That's not a bad fish, that. That's not a bad fish at all. I'm not sure it even knows it's hooked yet. We might just be able to quickly just nip that one in there. Whoa, it's got the full lure in its mouth. Got the full lure in its mouth. Come on, easy does it. And he's in, yes. Get in. Come on. Can't believe that just happened. I can't believe it. So this is a pretty long fish actually. This is the 3rd fish of the day for me, and by far the biggest so far. I mean, look at that for the length of that fish on that same Rapala lure. Let's get this fish back and let's crack on. But look at that. That's a nice pike, that. Maybe even touching on a double, to be fair. Off it goes. So funnily enough, that fish was never even hooked up. I don't know if you could see that unhook in there. I don't know if the camera was still rolling, but I literally had it on for a few seconds and the lure was wedged right in its mouth. It shook and spat both hooks out, so it's quite evident now that you don't get as good, if any, hookup rate when one of your trebles is wrapped around your wire tray. So I was lucky to get that one in. But what a fish. In hindsight, I should have probably swapped over to the old mermaid lure, but in that moment you just never know when the fish is going to swim off, so I just wanted my hands on it. Next time I see that, no doubt the mermaid's coming out. Fish on. That's not a bad pike either. That's not a bad pike. Just tighten that drag slightly. Oh yes. Oh yes. Come on. It's no giant, but it's a nice one. Could well have been that one we saw coming up before. Ooh, what a jump that was. Oh, we've got it. Come on. So the hook's come out. I did just see a tiny bit of blood coming out its gill on the way in. Hook's just come out in the net. Not a big fish, so we're just going to get this fish back as quickly as possible. But yeah, it's another pike, another one on the tally. So maybe that's something else I've not quite talked to you about on the channel. I don't hold every fish up, and often it's just because sometimes the small ones aren't worth holding up. But also if there's a bit of blood, or if the unhooking process took a bit longer than I thought, or there was a small sort of complication with it or something, then I will just get a quick video and just pop it back, because fish care is extremely important. So I think for the sake of this video, I'm going to spend about an hour longer with this X-Rap Pito. Then I'm going to swap things over to the jig fly for a bit right near the end, because I would absolutely love to catch one on it. Fish. There we go. There we go. Oh, that doesn't look like it's hooked very well. Not a bad one though. Again, it's no double or anything, but pike's a pike, innit? Got him. Unhooked itself in the net too. These pike are going absolutely mad for this Rapala. Just got another. I'm estimating this one at maybe 3.5 pound. Maybe a bit more actually. Could even be touching on 4. Another stunning looking fish. Look at that. So nice to be out catching them. The bites are coming today. Let's get this fish back. Oh, he's ready. Just a jack. Fish number 5, what an absolute treat. They are coming thick and fast today. It's just a shame I've not yet found a big one. Half an hour more, then I'll change over to the mermaid. See if we can end the day on a real high with a pike that takes a lure with a set of boobs out. So I'm just going to make some very quick alterations to the mermaid. I'm going to chop some of this stuff off just because there's a lot of it, and if a pike bites, it could literally bite the first half of it and still be so far away from the hook. Just taking a quick moment to show you my setup. I'm using the Rigged and Ready RR3000 spinning reel. 33 pound braid I think, and we've got that on top of the Predator travel rod in its 20 to 80 gram configuration. Last time I was using this rod, I did have it in its 10 to 30 gram configuration for a bit, but this mermaid's got a bit of weight about it, so I thought I'd best go for the shorter, more powerful setup. They are loving these little inlets into the pegs today. Normally I'm catching them all when I'm here off the front in the deeper water, but they are lurking in the shallows today. Even if I don't catch one today on this, if you want to see me spend a full day trying to catch one, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll really try for you. I really try and bring you that video. If that's what the people want, then that's what the people will get. My girlfriend's not going to be best pleased when I get home and tell her I've had my hands all over another woman all day. I think I'll only mention it after I've got my dinner. So I've tried to split my time fairly equally between the mermaid lure and this lure. Probably about 3 hours with the mermaid and about 4 hours with this. And I have had 5 pike overall on this one and no pike on the mermaid. So it does make me wonder how many I would have had if I'd have just stuck with this. But you can't say I've not given it a good shot. But if you do want to see it again, then get at me in the comments. Let me know you want to see it again. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, because I have had good fun making it regardless. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you here on this channel for the next video. I'll catch you down the road.